Nå er han fullt voksen og greier. Eller, han er i primen. Jeg har ingen sånne ordentlige quests igjen, bare main quests. Jeg tror jeg snart er ferdig. Vi er like pudding, ass. Å, jævlig. Det er aliens. Identify yourself. Høres ut som en nerd, ja. Nei, det er fake folk. De later som de er... Ja, ass. At least tell us more about who we are. Call yourself whatever you want. You're just thieves to me. A sentiment that is shared by my kind about you. We're not the ones making threats. Your moral grandstanding is hollow, as is your position. Make up your mind, or we will act. I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance. Jeg må slippe ut katta. Før jeg bestemmer meg hva jeg gjør. Kom da. Da må vi gå full on Chad og blæste dem, da. Jeg prøver. Motherfuckers. I ain't afraid of no aliens. I hopper very hard. To analyze the data off the ship's sensors. Everyone's going to want to weigh in on this. Okay, så nå skal vi sikkert talk to Noel. Ok, vi skal opp til lodgen igjen og regroupe, ja. De hadde ingenting å stille opp med, ass.
Jeg spilte jo 50 timer før jeg visste at det ja, jeg skal kanskje ikke spoile for deg. Men jeg må jo spoile, da. Så du får mute, Marius. Men nå sier jeg det. Det er sånne der shouts fra Skyrim, liksom. Sånne powers. Og jeg spilte jo nesten 50 timer før jeg fikk den første av de. Fordi jeg bare droppet main questen.
How is Neon? Are you okay?
Have any strange ships appeared in orbit?
No.
We were attacked. We need to hold an emergency meeting.
Wait, what happened? Who was after you?
Take a look at the ship's sensor data. I think everybody needs to see this.
All right, I'll start transferring the data over now. Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
That's no faction vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starboard. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen.
Yo, partner.
Human colony finally popping its head up. Another house for Rune.
I very much doubt that.
We're ignoring the obvious here. A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Det virker som bare mennesker for min del, ass.
Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
And with Sam, that starship design could easily be human.
Just because we can't ID it, doesn't mean it's not one of ours. It's got shields, engines, all the usual settled systems tech.
I don't mean to judge your grasp of material engineering, but I've never seen a starship built out of whatever that is. Although I bet if you put that ship hull and an artifact under the same lens, you'd get a match.
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
Bare fordi jeg hadde en mening om det, så er det dislikes fra dem, liksom. Snowflakes, ass.
Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Can we talk?
Alle vil prate med meg, liksom.
Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud.
It's a relief that the situation's been being handled.
Indeed. Leaving that problem unchecked could have made the situation go from bad to worse. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the terramorphs with the experimental microbe, instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made.
The Asili solution only presents us with minimal risk.
Minimal risk? Are you sure? The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for humankind. That sounds far too risky to me.
Synes jeg overreagerer litt, ja. Hvis jeg sier det der sånn, så kommer du til å like at jeg sier det, men det er ikke det jeg vil. I couldn't condone the release of an unproven microbe into our ecosystem.
Well, I'm disappointed that you didn't trust the science. Unfortunately, locking away the Lazarus plant instead of eliminating it adds to the risk.
Ja, det var ikke meningen engang.
That accelerates the terramorph life cycle.
Det var noe jeg feilet på.
Should have been completely removed from the equation. Why take the chance?
Ja, for det var egentlig meningen at jeg skulle stenge den, men jeg følte ikke... Altså, jeg følte hele samtalen bare gikk forbi, og så var det plutselig, så... Ja. Jeg følte vel ikke med nok, da. I feel as though I've let you down, sir.
You haven't let me down. You've simply given me cause for concern. I'll tell you what. Let's put this past us, shall we? I'm sure everything will work out in the end.
Nice.
I'm sorry if I've hurt you in any way. I wouldn't want anything like this to come between us.
Vi er jo tross alt gift.
I am fully updated and ready.
Må høre hva Fleur... Nei, vent da. How are you feeling about our marriage?
Spending these moments close to you makes
Faen, bugga.
everything I've gone through worthwhile.
Nice.
If it keeps us close, then I'll gladly say those words.
Du bailer da? Ja, det får ha en god kveld du også. Prater vi sikkert I morgen.
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
Any thoughts on the
You
Starborn?
mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before?
It's okay to be worried.
Yeah, well, I'm worried whether or not it's okay. It was one thing when this was just
Det var bra svar.
investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. Stay safe, okay?
Det var ikke hun som ville prate med meg, da. Det var... Han er for questen, om han er... Han ville snakke.
Heaven is having a smooth running ship with a crew of friends. The whole terramorph situation, seriously, hats off to you. When I was growing up, everyone was afraid of terramorphs. How they could seemingly strike anywhere at any time. The carnage, the destruction. The stuff you've done here could save so many lives.
Yeah, they're one of the
Time
greatest
really past
threats to
tense.
humanity.
Because of you. I don't know about these Aseles. That microbe would wipe out the terramorphs for good, it's certain. I mean, the Aseles? It'll take longer, take more hand-holding, and there's no saying the Aseles will fully get the job done. I hope for all our sake you made the right call.
There's no use second-guessing it now. The decision's been made.
I guess you're right. Water under the bridge. That's a saying, right? The United Colonies. Hell, everyone and everywhere owes you big time. Even if they don't know it.
Jeg bare ringer meg det, så kommer jeg nok knerte Terramorphsa uansett, så det er ikke noe stress.
Sorry. I was lost in a memory for a moment there. How can I help? Space is so hostile to humanity already. And you made it just a little bit safer for everybody. No matter what you could have done differently, this will impact a lot of lives eventually. We'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Terramorphs are finally gone.
I don't care if I'm remembered for that.
So humble, too. People love that.
Sweet.
Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much hangs in the balance. So, you really think the Asylees are going to work out, huh? You must have seen some data that I didn't.
Fy faen, nå begynner jeg å lure på... I don't know, maybe the microbes were a better option. Ja, for jeg begynner å bli litt usikker.
Maybe there will be some other top-secret experimental microbe in the future that you can unleash. Look, the Asylees should help. It's not like they're going to make it worse. By sealing the Lazarus plant away instead of destroying it, I'm worried we've made things riskier.
I can tell you wouldn't have done the same thing.
That's okay. We're different people and we assess risk and
Faen,
success.
jeg angrer meg litt på at jeg ikke repeata hele møtet nå. Fordi det var meningen å stenge ned den driten der. Jeg bare klarte å fucke opp.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to...
You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance. Ready to head back out there? The Eye can help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor.
Yeah, I'm ready. Give me any data on the artifacts you have.
Double check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you.
Did you need something? Until next time.
Ja, hun der vanskelig å bli ordentlig venn med, ass. Jeg regner med at jeg får en sånn questline, så det bare å gjøre den, så hun vennen min, liksom. Men so far så har jeg ikke likt noe av det jeg har gjort. XP boost.
Come on. There are worlds to conquer.
Jeg lurer på hva som skjer hvis du er utro på det spillet her, ass. Begynner å flørte med andre og sånn. Hvor mye har de lagt i det, liksom? Jeg henter den der. Powers. Siden nå har jeg bare... Hvordan er det jeg gjør det? Her. Anti-gravity field, som gjør at folk... Ja. Gravity Wave har jeg ikke testet heller, men den der er sånn der personal atmosphere. Det er bare sånn for giftige områder, så kan du bare gjøre den. Det er ikke så veldig... Har ikke så veldig syke abilities enda, ass. Men jeg regner ikke med at det er... Også... Med mods da, så kommer det sikkert til å bli... Mye bedre. Etter hvert. Hva faen? Har de ikke lut, eller? Det ser ikke sånn ut. Ja, jeg gidder ikke hente den luten. Jeg har faktisk ikke vært på den planeten her. Det er hodeskall der da, jeg må jo ned dit. Kanskje det er sånn syk boss eller noe. Ja, jeg gleder meg litt til å... Altså jeg har ikke lyst til at det skal bli ferdig, fordi jeg har lyst på mer content, men samtidig så har jeg lyst til at det skal bli ferdig, fordi da kan jeg spille det alene uten stream, og det er mye mindre stress. Men nå har jeg committet meg til å spille det på stream og sånn, ikke sant? Så nå kan jeg ikke... Alien Boss. Occupied Cave. Sjekker den Occupied Caven først, altså. Når jeg får litt mer skill på den der jetpacken, så kan jeg bare sveve i lufta evig. Det er også... Den jetpacken, den visste jeg ikke om før forrige session, når jeg spilte. Det er noe av det første jeg hadde ranket opp, liksom, hvis jeg hadde visst om det. Det er ikke så jævlig bra når det er sånn vanlig gravity, men når det er sånn lav gravity, sånn som her, da er det... Da flyr du, altså. Trenger jeg mer medpacks egentlig? Jeg tror det er sånn 40 nå. Ja, akkurat 40. NASA Lab-uniform, den har jeg. Det er litt stress også med mods når du ikke har gjort det på lenge. Og i det der siste Skyrimen så var det sånn... De hadde sånn egen mod manager innebygd, liksom. Det var mye lettere. Lenge siden jeg driver med sånn der modding. Vi ser på deg, ja. Sure. Det er jo ikke noen som occupier denne her enda. Er det liksom bare at det var mennesker som var her? Er det det de mener med occupied? Skuffende greier, ass. Kan at det var noen andre veier å gå med. La oss bare ta den alien-bossen. Jeg bare stoler på det. Det er et eller annet. Det ser jo ut som et boss det, altså hodeskall er jo ganske universelt for boss, liksom. Nå er jeg her i hvert fall. Rare lyder allerede. I stedet når vi spilte, etter du sa sånn her, faen, jeg har alltid bombet! Og så ser jeg bare, etter den runden, så følger jeg litt med på deg, og du har alltid bombet, ass! Du begynte å føle meg bad, liksom. Men det er sånn jeg har følt det også veldig ofte. Du er liksom den eneste som... Oi. Eneste andre som tar bomba. Men siden du spiller med oss, så tar du bomba, og da slipper jeg å ta den. Ja, ja. Det er mer unormalt enn ikke å ta den jævla bomba. Shut the fuck up! Jeg har bestefarsagla mi, liksom. Jeg så du der var muta hele tiden. Nå kan jeg jetpack mer. Ok, som har cappere, sånn at du kan ikke bare fly evig i hvert fall. Ja. Hei! Oi. Nå har jeg nådd det punktet der hvor jeg føler jeg leker meg med alt jeg møter, ass. Men det er jo bare low-level folk, da. Det er som en ny og ned som møter en sånn level 30-fyr, og han er litt hard, liksom, og litt mer damage. Får sjekke ut litt mer da, siden det ikke var noe her. Lies of P, ja. Det er det Souls-like-spillet, da. Jeg vet jo, du er sånn Uber-fan av det. Jeg tror ikke, med mindre det kommer en sånn ny open world, typ Elden Ring-greie, så blir det ikke noe sånne type spill på meg, ass. Jeg må i hvert fall runde Sekiro først. Anomaly? Det er jo det jeg er ute etter, egentlig. På den questline. Sjekker ut det her, så stikker jeg og gjør quest. Jeg har jo sagt det flere ganger at jeg kommer ikke til å prioritere side sånne activities eller utforsking av hver eneste struktur i den playthroughen. Det er jo uansett jævlig boring. Ja, det vet jeg. Jeg har jo ikke tatt Melania enda da. Jeg har tatt Fire Gianten bare. Faen, hagla river, ass. Å, det er deg, ja. Neo City Hustler outfit. Bloodborne så også litt kult ut, egentlig. Bloodborne er din favoritt? Sånne banditter, dem har ikke sjans mer, ass. Ser som det var det. Det var vel noen ned også. Det er en til der.
Always worth checking. Never know what we might find in their pockets.
Oi, jeg hadde mutet mikken. Nok utforsking før av questet. For powers. Så da er den veien her et eller annet sted. Eller? Der, sånn tempel. Oi. Det er litt kul planet. Jeg har ennå ikke sett en annen planet som ligner på den her, ass. Noen av de planetene ligner jo ikke altså som i den der månen Europa, sånn når jeg var der. Det jeg har lest om den, da er det et svært islag, liksom, på flere kilometer, men når du står på planeten, så er det liksom akkurat som en steinplanet. Så de har ikke gjort jobben helt, ass. Med mindre det jeg leste for lenge siden er feil. Se her da. Crazy ass temple. Det er også det jeg håpet, husker jeg, før det spillet kom, at det var co-op, men det var det så klart ikke. Sånn spill som det er sånn, hadde trengt co-op, ass. Det hadde gjort det så mye fetere. Du har sikkert sett det her, har du ikke det? Det er crazy. Det er sånn minigame. Yeah. Første gangen, da var det bare wow, shit. Hva faen når du skal inn i den der portalen der? Inn i drømmeland. Brace yourself. Hold deg fast. Men jeg tror den der greia på slutten der sånn, den endrer seg, eller så er det bare jeg som er loka. Grav Dash. Det høres intriguing ut. Oi, se på deg. Ok, de er gærne da. Quantum Essence. Ekte RP. Yeah. Ok, vi vil prate.
For giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
Hell yeah. It's certainly not like anything I've done before.
I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
Fitting is you're certainly very unique.
I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question. I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
Accepting the unfamiliar can be hard for people.
I know. For those that have not lived it, it
It's
can
true.
be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Flirt. Nej, jag ska inte vara ute då. Don't worry so much about what others think of you.
It is strange. I admit it has never been an issue before now. I know this seems trivial.
Maybe later.
Perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself.
Ja, men det er good guy playthrough der.
I've never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a
Så jeg har prøvd å svare ting og gjøre ting som jeg ville gjort, liksom. Prøvd å tenke litt sånn. I've always been a loner myself.
And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
It wasn't a big deal.
It would have been, to some. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me. I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Igjen? Okay.
Never would I have imagined to encounter something like the Starborn. Now I feel that rather than having answers, we only have more questions.
We shouldn't be that surprised. Space is so vast, it must be full of things we couldn't imagine.
I suppose this proves that idea succinctly. Regardless of how
Kort
many
serie.
characters we have seen before now, I must say that I do not like being threatened by anyone.
No one's going to stop us. We've come too far.
I agree we should keep looking for answers, but clearly we must be cautious. Clearly these Starborn are connected to the artifacts, which would mean that they are also connected to that temple you found. Did they make these things? Have they...
De er redd for meg og mine powers, ikke sant? De ser bare, det er en menneske som har begynt å få de powersa som de har hatt lyst på I alle år. If you keep... we need to find more artifacts. They're the only lead we have.
You are right. And it would seem that if we do, we may well cross paths with these Starborn again. We will need to be on our guard from now on.
Unlimited power!
Perhaps we can learn more about them to make it even. We should return to our search then. There's still so much to do.
Sjukt, han I Star Wars har keiseren har vært det ultimate bad guyen gjennom alle filmer, liksom. Pure psychopath. Ok, hvor vi nå? Ok, det det, altså. Ja, da må jeg tilbake igjen, så jeg gjør den her, da. Gå til 2 forskjellige steder for å finne artifacts. De artifact-greiene har vært veldig lett å finne. Altså, det har ikke vært så veldig mye resistance når jeg driver og gått etter dem så langt, men jeg regner med at det blir mer nå. Oi, vent da! Det har jeg ikke sett før nå. Det jo level på venstre siden der. Du kan se hvordan level de forskjellige star systems Visste jeg ikke før nå, ja. Level 65. Cool. Kanskje det har blitt adda nytt? Det litt rart hvis jeg ikke har klart å få med meg det I det hele tatt, liksom. Men da tar jeg den der først, for det var bare level 5. Ta det letteste først. Spare det som gøy til slutten. Men jeg jo level 36, så jeg litt overlevelet uansett. Hva det der? Ja, det sikkert bare en sånn activity. Cryolab. Hvis jeg tenker på når jeg tenker cryo, eller hører det ordet, det sånn der cryo-sleep og sånn. Fryser ned folk.